Guide podcast. I'm Teacher Vaughn.
And I'm Nurse Vivi.
And this is our very first podcast together.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah.
And we just never did it. And then today, after we went and got some ice cream from Brewster's, shout out to Brewster's, we were like, hey, let's do it today. Before we get started, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you follow us on our socials. So on TikTok, I am at teacher_Vaughn.
And I'm still Nurse BB24.
Because why?
Because there were 23 others.
I was wondering why you had that number. I didn't know.
Yeah, 23 other people decided to be Nurse BB, and so there can only be 24, apparently, so I am 24.
But wait, did you try every number before you got to 24?
I'm not going to comment on that. I may or may not have.
Let's get on with the episode. Back, so like it can be a little more relaxed. No,
Lean back.
Lean back. We're just chilling. We're just having a grand old time. Are you nervous? I'm a little nervous. I'm a little sweaty.
You look sweaty.
Just a little bit.
You look sweaty.
Wait, don't scoot back. Like, okay.
I'm turning my body.
Oh, I thought you were going
so I can be like this because we're having a conversation.
Well, yeah, but I thought you were scooting back because I was sweaty. I don't smell. Like, I'm just...
This is what I deal with all the time.
Okay, look, not all the time, okay? It's only been, what, like 2 weeks? Okay, so if you don't know, my husband and I recently moved down. We decided that it was time to, move down south to be closer to family again. Bibi and I have been spending a lot of time hanging out with each other and just, reconnecting, and it's been super... What? See, this is what I deal with.
Yeah.
Like, this is my mom loves me more. Okay. She's my sister. She's my sister-in-law, so I married her brother.
Obviously.
Well, I wanted to clarify, clearly. Anyway.
Literally said my husband and I.
Yes, okay, so this is my sister-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just sisters. We're just... Sisters. Never been such devoted sisters. Never were there such devoted sisters.
I'm impressed that you got that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I love that movie. Let's talk a little bit about our experiences as essential workers, especially with COVID. Like seeing the people who were showing up on a daily basis, whether it be virtually, whether it be in person. Like Bibi had to be. Well, you didn't have to be at that time, did you? Were you working as or going through school during 2020?
Yeah, I was in school in 2020. I graduated in 2020 and started working in 2021.
That's right. Okay.
So.
Well, tell me a little bit about you just being a nurse, going through this process of becoming a nurse practitioner. What was it like during that time? I know it's got to be really rough.
Yeah, so going through school during COVID was actually not so bad. I enjoyed it. I don't know that all of my classmates enjoyed it, but I actually enjoyed it because it was online and all those periods that I'm sure as you as a teacher can relate to of people asking questions that you literally just answered. Yeah. All that was mitigated because it was online, so you could just accidentally mute people. Not saying I did that.
I did that a lot.
Oh.
I did. My kids did not know how to be quiet. Keep going.
Anyway, so it was nice. So I didn't have a lot of problems, I'll say, in school doing that. And then graduation, we took the NCLEX, we had to wait for all the stuff. Then I started working in March, and so it was still in COVID, but the hospital that I worked at, it was a COVID hospital of the systems because it was one of maybe 6 or 7 hospitals, so they would send all their COVID patients, heavy duty COVID patients to us, and our floor, surprise, surprise, was the COVID floor.
Oh, so cool.
So I feel like I was thrown into that as a new grad, and it was great. I loved it. Looking back on it, I loved it because now nothing phases me because everything phases me then. Right. So now I'm just yeah, they're fine. Everybody's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened. A lot of memories, I'll say.
Okay.
A lot of memories I have. A lot of memories that I've suppressed. That when she asked me to do this podcast, she was like, yeah, I will share all of our great stories. And I said, not all of them can be shared on here.
Right. Obviously, HIPAA laws and, all that other stuff, right?
Sure.
So you can't, disclose people and, information and stuff. And for me, FERPA, I can't disclose, names of students. But, but, just some of those times in your experiences, what was your worst mistake?
Worst? I mean, I'm sure I haven't made my worst mistake yet. Let's be real.
Hey, that's a good thing, right?
Yes, that is. This is wood. If you can't see it, it's wood, so I just knocked on it. Anywho, yeah, it kind of hurt my knuckles, but I was trying to play it cool. One story that comes to mind, I don't know if this is my worst mistake, but this is like newly graduated BB.
Yeah.
I was off orientation, I think, or about to be. I think I just gotten off orientation. So it's like 12 weeks orientation, and they're like, you're on your own. Congratulations, you're a real nurse now. So it was like right around then, but you're really not a real nurse until like 6 months in.
Yeah.
Because there's situations every day that you're just like, ooh, I don't know what's wrong with you. And they're like, well, can you help me? No, I don't know what's wrong with you. I was new graduate, and so we had a caseworker. So each patient that comes to the hospital gets a caseworker. They get a nurse, and they get a CNA or a tech, and of course a doctor. For our floor, they had like from rooms, we'll say like 1 to 20. Those were all assigned to one caseworker. So they're getting discharged, and they say like, before the patient gets discharged, check the caseworker, make sure they're good to go first of all, and then take out all their IVs, take out everything, make sure they have all their stuff, and send them home. Mm-hmm. That's what they tell you. So, new grad me. Got ready to discharge this patient. I was like, all right, Mr. Smith, for lack of a better name, I'm going to go ahead and get you all discharged. I'm going to take out your IV, give you all your stuff. Do you have everything? You're going, I think he was going to like rehab, and that was like an hour away. So transport was there to get him.
Okay.
So they're like, okay, can we get all this stuff? So I'm giving him all this stuff. I'm like, all right, here's all your stuff. IV's out. He's good to go. We'll see you later. Hope you do better in rehab. Send him off. I'm feeling quite proud of myself because I didn't ask for help. I don't think.
Hey.
Like I had done all the stuff. I was
Look
like,
at you.
Look at me go.
Yeah.
Case Walker comes by. She's like, hey, Mr. Smith leave already? I'm like, yeah. He's discharged. Good to go. I got his stuff, paperwork, signed the thing, got all the thing, put it on your desk. She's like, oh, okay, cool. Did you give him his meds? I'm like, huh?
No.
Meds? What meds? She's like, he had a whole bag of meds that he needs for rehab.
Wait, like to take, like he needed to take his meds in that moment, or he just needed to take it with him?
He needed to take them with him.
Okay.
Those are the meds that he ordered for him. That were his. Yeah, and he's on a transport bus going an hour away.
Oh.
So I was like, huh? No, because I didn't know. And she just kind of looked at me in that moment, and I was like, yeah, that's on me. So, caseworker's amazing. Love her. She took it upon herself to drive the hour to the rehab place and drop off the meds. And she said, never again. This is your wife.
Did you at least pay her for your gas?
I did not.
Oh.
Because she never came back that day. She just took it and then never came back. And I feel like...
Did she quit?
No, she didn't. Well, she did later, and then she came back. But unrelated. Completely unrelated. She did, though.
Okay.
But I remember to always double check all the places for meds, because I had neglected to look in the ones. What you got?
Well, so I'm a middle school band teacher. I do a lot with not just like teaching my kids how to play their instruments, but also like when the school's provided, like I have to teach general music, right?
Yeah.
And that could look anything from like digital music to just regular like your basic music history, like music theory, that sort of thing. And so this was at my very first school. I started teaching there in 2020. This was probably about a year into my tenure there, and I remember we were doing a unit on like rhyming and rapping, and I don't think I've ever told you this story. So I might have. Do you remember this?
No.
No. Okay, I don't think I told you. Okay, so I had told the kids because the school that I was servicing, like they were students of like whole like different backgrounds. So there were kids that were unfortunately part of gangs. There were kids that were either super wealthy or like chronic homelessness, that sort of thing. And so what I was trying to do in this class was like really connect my students and like get them like going into something that they're a little more comfortable with. And a lot of my kids actually like they write their own songs. They have their own like YouTube channels and they release their music, which is super cool. Yeah. So in this general music class, it was a 6th grade class. I really wanted to get them going with. Have you ever watched Wild 'N Out? Remember that show, Wild Now?
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the Nick Cannon show.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a game called In the Classroom, and so they have to, like, there's a beat, right? You got boom, boom, in the classroom, right? And you do this over and over and over again, and then, like, somebody starts it out. So I usually start it out. And so we're going around, and I'm giving them the rules. I'm like, okay, so for this first round, because these kids are already cussing a lot anyway, like, they're cussing every day. And so, like, I want to get them comfortable first, right? I will allow for you to use one cuss word. Only one. Because then the reason why I did that was just to get them going, right? Because I knew a lot of them couldn't rap without cussing, and as unfortunate as it is, like, that's just what it was, right? And so what I was going to do was, for this first round, I can allow you one cuss word. For the next round, you need to filter that out. Figure out a different word or a different filler or something. I forgot one rule, which is a rule I always use whenever I do, like, writing with my kids. Never use the N-word. I forgot to say it because I was moving fast. We were running out of time. Like, we only had like 5 minutes left, and I really wanted to get this activity in. And I thought, okay, these kids are really gonna enjoy this, right? It's gonna be fun. They already watched the clips of how it goes, so, like, they know how to implement it.
Mm-mm.
And this adorable, sweet baby child, white child, first thing comes out of his mouth. And so I had to diffuse that situation pretty quickly because all the black kids in the room were getting ready to stand up and fight, and it doesn't help. This poor baby child is also special needs, and so, like, I'm trying to, like, turn this into a learning moment. Like, I'm just, like, grasping at straws here, like, just, okay.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, like, I turned it into a learning moment. Like, hey, if somebody says this,
this is how we respond.
Right. I was just fighting for my life, and so now I just completely nixed the whole, like, no, you're just gonna have to filter everything out. Like, you're gonna learn how to do this, and if you do slip up and say a word, not that one, but if you say, like, you know, the D word or, like, the F word or whatever, like, if you slip up once, I'm not gonna be mad. I get it. But I'm not going to allow you. I'm not going to say at the beginning, hey, it's okay for you to do that. Yeah. That was just me, like, trying to...
That was,
like,
a new teacher, yeah.
Yeah. That was just me trying to, like, meet them where they're at, and, like, it was...
Baby teacher.
Yeah.
Baby teacher Bob.
Now I'm in my 6th year.
Yeah,
that's never happening again. We're gonna move on to a segment that we're gonna try this out. It's called Guess the Ailment, Guess the Section. So for this one, what's gonna happen is Nurse BB, she has an ailment that she is going to. Well, she doesn't actually have one. She's very healthy, but she has an ailment.
What did you say?
I don't know.
She's very healthy.
No, okay, so she has an ailment that she's gonna try and, like, vaguely describe to me.
She has an ailment, but she's healthy. Don't worry, she's fine. But she has an ailment.
She has a...
Bless her heart, as we say in the South. Bless her heart. I'm gonna take a sip of water.
Yeah, because it's not sweet tea. It needs to be some sweet tea. We need
to be sweet tea.
I think for the next podcast, we need to just have, like, a thing of sweet tea, like a
Lipton.
Yes. Ooh,
Feel
Lipton.
free.
Let's go. Let's go. She's gonna have an ailment to try and, like, basically describe to me. It's gonna be fairly vague, and I have to try and guess it since I have no medical knowledge.
But I'm pretty healthy.
And I have a section, like an instrumental section in mind. I'm going to think more on I'm giving you a hint. It's the marching band portion of it. So see if you can guess the ailment. See if you can guess the section.
We should set some rules, though.
All right.
We get 3 guesses. I think that's fair. 5 clues.
Okay. 3 guesses, 5 clues. That's how we're going to do it. 3 guesses, 5 clues. After that, guess the ailment. Guess the section. Here we go. I'm ready.
Alrighty. Your clue is... Hold on, I didn't.
You ain't got it ready.
Ma'am,
my bad.
I know you're not rushing me.
My bad, because I don't have myself ready either.
I'm literally up. I'm trying to think of the clue. Because I came up with 5 clues on the fly, and I don't think mine is big enough to have 5 clues.
Okay, so then let's do 3 clues, 3 clues, 3 guesses. Let's do that.
I got this.
Here we go. You got it.
It starts with a pain in the middle of your tummy.
Appendicitis. No, that's on the right side of the belly, right? Where's the appendix? Appendix is Appendix is here, right?
I can't see where you're pointing, so I have to...
Right here? Where my pocket is?
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly? Okay, so that's not in the middle of the belly. Okay. What's in the middle? You got your navel. You've got, I don't know why I didn't just say belly button.
She's trying to sound medical.
I know, I'm
Bring
trying
her
to get
medical rating to
trying to
our
get
poor
into
people.
it. Here we go. All right, next clue.
Pressing on this area, coughing, or walking may all make the pain worse.
I don't know. I'm just trying. Does it have anything to do with gastrointestinal issue? Gastrointestinal issues. Okay, we're on the right track. Is it just gastritis? Okay. Is it okay? This is my second. Oh yeah, I get another clue. Go.
Mm-hmm. It's connected to the large intestine.
Small intestine.
All of your clues are connected.
Oh. Wait. Wait, repeat that?
It's connected to the large intestine. Or intestine.
So are you saying that the ailment is connected to the large intestine?
Correct.
Or like that's where it's at in the large intestine?
No, it's connected to.
So the small intestine is connected to that.
So that, and the pain starts in the middle of your tummy. And then, if you press on the specific area.
Diverticulitis.
Diverticulitis?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Then if you press on this area, or if you cough, or if you walk, it can make the pain worse. I didn't say the pain was in the same spot, though. Last guess.
Ooh. No, I don't want to get copywritten. Oh, okay. That's just creepy. You're stressing me out. You're stressing me out. Stressing me out. Okay, wait. So it's in the. Oh, I got your lip gloss on me.
Don't rub it on me.
I don't want it. I don't want
My
your
lip gloss
germs.
be popping.
My lip gloss are cool. My lip gloss are cool. They chased me after school. Anyway, my last guess is colitis.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
With everything you've got, you're gonna put it all on colitis.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Middle of the belly, small intestine.
You can. I mean, it's up to you if you would have put it on that.
Sure, colitis.
Great. If you would just close your ears for just 1 second, I want to address the audience.
La 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 la
The
la
fact
la
is
la.
that she got it first and then changed her mind. It's crazy. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, colitis is incorrect.
Oh.
The correct answer is appendicitis.
I was right the first time, and you said no.
I never answered. You weren't sure.
What?
You said appendicitis. No, that's not it. And then you changed.
Stop! No. I think I should get that.
No.
I think I should get that.
You changed your answer.
No, I think you should have told me. Yeah, you got it right.
You weren't confident in your guess.
That doesn't matter.
You said appendicitis. No.
You don't think I should have gotten that because that was I was super confident, and then I was like, wait,
You
where
said
is it at?
appendicitis. No.
Roll
That's
the tape
not
back.
where it is.
Roll the tape back. I got it. Not officially, but I got it. This is the guess the section segment. Remember, I said I was gonna go from like the marching band standpoint. Okay.
Marching band standpoint. I'm ready.
Okay. We don't know why they're there because we could barely hear them anyway.
Clarinets.
I should have done a harder one.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Like, I seriously don't understand. Like, I understand having a piccolo out there, right? It's like,
I'm sorry.
I should have got an easier or a harder one.
The champions.
Anyway, but like, no, I just want to talk about that for a
Yeah,
second.
talk about
It doesn't like grind my gears, but at the same time, like
it turns them though.
But like, why are they out there though? Because they're super temperamental anyway, right? It's all wood, unless you get the plastic ones. I think they're called the Guo. Like, there's like the Guo brand, and it's all like.
I'm sorry.
Are you happy with yourself?
Am I happy with myself? Yes, I'm happy with myself.
Are you happy about what you just did?
I am. I woed.
Whoa. Why are they out there? Piccolos are fine. Obviously, all the brass, unfortunately, they're fine, right? Color guard, having them out there. Having the pit out there because they're amplified, that's fine. Clarinets, we can't hear you. Like, love you, but I no. And that's coming from a woodwind person. We got one more thing for you. So we also wanted to try out this meme review. So essentially what BB's gonna do, she's gonna find a nurse, like a nursing meme, and did we decide one or two?
We're gonna do two.
We're gonna do two. Okay, all right. So 2 nursing memes and 2 band teacher memes. I guess I could go first. Them, bards can't be frontline warriors. Me. What I want to know with this is how did they get out? How did they get out? Did they have to go find the band director and be like, hey, help, help me? But also, would that work? And like
no.
Well, like, okay, bards can't be the frontline warriors. Like bards, you're thinking like Renaissance, right? Like kind of going back there, like with this. It's metal, it's brass, literally brass. So
they
like
could literally stab you anywhere that the brass is not covering. Like your
well,
arm.
yes, but if you were like completely covered by sousaphone, like if you were covered by sousaphone everywhere, head to toe, you somehow got yourself down through like the opening of the bell in each area. Like, you wouldn't be able to, like... And even if they... Okay, let's just say, like, torso was off limits, right?
Yeah, let's make it more logical.
Torso's off limits, but you got your head covered, you've got your upper arms covered, you got your legs covered, right?
Yeah, okay.
A sword can't go through brass. Not like solid brass, like, itself. Like, it can't... You can hit it all you want, but it's just gonna dent it. It's not gonna, like, pierce it.
Maybe.
No, I'm serious. Okay. Like, have you seen... well, you haven't, but, like, I've seen how... I had one student who took his trumpet, right? And every time he got upset, for some reason, he would take it and he would go bop, 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 bop on the floor. And I didn't have to pay for that, whatever, because it was a rental, and so his parents had to pay for that, and I'm sure he got a butt whooping when he got home. But, like, it just dented. It's not like there's a crack in it or anything like that. It's just bent. So, like... Wouldn't that logically work here?
What are swords made out of?
Metal.
Obviously.
I don't know. Stainless steel. I don't know if they had stainless steel back then. Well, I'm sure they had just steel.
Okay.
Some sort of iron. Yeah.
Iron, brass.
But iron can't cut, like, you can't cut metal with metal. Well, that's a lie. You can, but...
There it is.
All right.
It could work. It could work. If they came behind you, you would be in peril.
You'd be in peril.
Impaled.
I'm sorry. All right. The next meme.
Wow.
When non-band people think they know how to play in band. No, I'm a little upset about it because they say when non-band people, but there's a upright string bass. So obviously people would assume that it would just be like orchestra. They're in wind ensembles though. Fun fact if you didn't know, wind ensembles sometimes they do offer upright string bass. So I almost wanted to say string cheese. It's not.
They do. Sometimes it's stringy like that.
I'm a little hungry. I don't know why. No, I'm thinking about my ice cream. No, but like,
string cheese. Thinking about my ice cream.
Well, it's a dairy product. That's how my brain works. I'm thinking like dairy. Ooh, cheese. Ooh, ice cream. It's your turn.
Okay.
Let's see your meme.
Okay. Who says nursing is stressful? I'm 39 and I feel great.
But see, this wouldn't work if it were one of us on there, because like lead don't crack. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. People be looking 89 and they're still 30, or like they'd be looking like they're 39.
Yeah, there we go. I was like,
when they're 80.
Ooh, you just took us out. Wow. Yes, I can attest to that. Some people that I saw start nursing school look different when they graduate.
Like, just like the light is out of their eyes. Or...
Well, I mean, that does that too.
Oh.
So if you're in nursing school, keep going. You got it. But also,
we need more nurses out there.
Your first year, like, it changes. Like, you can see, like, the changes in people. It's just funny. Like, I look at my first, like, picture and I'm like, oh, look, she looks so happy. And then I look at my current one and I'm like, there it is.
I will say, like, I've seen you a little more smiley, like, when you were I think your first school, and you got the, I don't know if it was the white coat ceremony or like, yeah. You were super cheesy. She was, like, so happy. She was like, look at me, I just graduated. And now it's just like, what's up? I'm here. Let's get it done.
Yes, that part. Get it done.
All right, let's do this last one.
The look I give my patient when they're trying to get out of bed. I have done that look so many times.
I've seen you do that look with our nieces.
Yes. I've done it with patients, without patients, with the mask, without a mask.
And with lacking patience.
With lacking patience. I always have patience, but sometimes I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's the patients. Like, I love all of my patients. So, as I'm talking about them, I love them all.
However.
I love them all. But it's the patients that they have, like, something's wrong with their foot, or, like, their fall risk, which means they're, like, unstable. That could just be they just take medication. It could just be something like they have an IV pulse. So, like, some of those you're like, all right, you can get up. It's fine. But, like, some of them, it's because they are literally unstable when they stand up. And they're all sorts of wobbly. Like, their legs don't work because they haven't used them in, like, a few months because they broke their leg. They don't
legs don't work like they used to before. Boom.
That is really offensive. I'm so offensive, too. They broke their legs and can't use it. When your legs don't work like they used to before. That's incredibly offensive.
I didn't mean anything by it.
Wow. Okay. Disregard her. Some of the patients like that. They'll like just scoot to the edge of the bed, and then they'll be like, well, I didn't want to trouble the nurse. Good reasons. But I didn't want to trouble the nurse, so I'm just going to walk myself to the bathroom, as unsteady as they are. And I'm like, no, you pick up your phone that's literally right next to you.
Isn't it the white button?
Yes, they have that one. They have an actual phone. There's buttons on the beds. There's like at least 6 different ways you can call a nurse.
Access.
And I mean, press it and just say, hey, can you come to the room and help me? That's all you have to do. Now, side note, it's going to take a minute because we might be on the other side. But please don't get up without us. Please, don't do it. Because then you're going to fall. And then when you fall, you're going to hit your head. Then you have to stay in the hospital longer because you have to do all these other tests to make sure you're okay when you were about to be discharged tomorrow.
Message approved by Nurse BB.
So let it be written.
So let it be done.
So let it be done.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I know it's been a little hectic of a podcast, but this is just like us vibing. Like this is us on a daily. Thank you so much for hanging out. Again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and follow us on our socials. We'll make sure to put that in the comments or in the description below.
Yeah.
And remember, don't knock it till you try it. Within reason.
Within reason.
I'm Teacher Vaughn.
And I'm Nurse BB.
And we'll see you next week.